Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tom, I'm a makeup artist from London. I recently got sent some of the new launches from one of my favourite brands on the planet, Suqqu. They have new blushes, new lipsticks, new eyeshadows, and more importantly, a new foundation coming out next year, so I thought I would show you what they sent over. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a little while, you'll know that I love Suqqu Skin. So I often use the cream foundation, which is in the pot. It's so luxe, so expensive, and it's fabulous for my dry skin. I used to use a lot of the Nude Wear Liquid foundation in my kit because it has a little bit more staying power and it's quite blurring on the skin. And they've come out with this new liquid foundation and it's supposed to be dewy and glowy. It's not out till March in the UK, but I thought I would show you. They gave me a couple of shades and I think 020 is probably the closest for me. I'm gonna try it out on camera now. I've got some sort of pigmentation and marks on my skin just because I've been breaking out loads since I've moved into this new house. I think the water does not agree with me, but let's see how this goes. So I'm using the Expert Edge foundation brush from Real Techniques. It's just something that I've been using a lot day to day. Already I can see the texture of this is exactly what my dry skin needs. It looks super luminous, and actually the shade looked great for me. I thought it maybe was a touch yellow, but I think it's looking really nice. As ever, I like to put most of the coverage when I wear a foundation in the center of my face, just because I'm quite clear all around the sides. So you can just basically pop the coverage in the middle where sort of the eye is drawn to, and then blend out to the rest of the face. It is supposed to be a sort of, I think, a medium buildable coverage or a light medium buildable. So I'm not expecting it to completely blank out my skin, which is good because that's not the look I like. But it's doing really well of just evening out my skin tone. You can definitely still see some blemishes through, but all of this pigmentation is not going to go anywhere fast, let me tell you that. Now, when you purchase a foundation from Suqqu, you are going to be investing quite a lot of money. But this is why. Look at how glorious this looks on my skin. Now, I have lots of open pores around this panel of my face and also on my nose. I get a lot of dry skin, so products cake really easily. I think this looks gorgeous. Look at the luminosity on my face. I'm sure you can see this on camera. It's like a veil over the skin. This doesn't look like makeup at all. I'm looking at myself and just thinking, wow, I look really, really put together. I can just, the texture of it is so pretty. It kind of feels very natural. I do have a little bit of shine, but I'm gonna give it a minute to see if it sets down. I'm not sure. It does, in the press release, it says something about there being powder infused into the formula, so maybe that does mean it's self-setting, but for now I don't think I'd even need a huge amount of powder, maybe a tiny bit around here. It's not going to cover up some of the pigmentation here. I'm going to whack a bit of extra concealer on, and then, I mean, I think my skin looks great already. I've just switched out to a bigger mirror because I couldn't really see what I was doing, but the concealer I'm using is this Shiseido Synchro Skin. I think it's their gel one. It's like this. I've been absolutely loving it. They sent me only a couple of shades, but luckily one of them is mine. And another few for my kit, and I've been trialing it out, and it's a really lovely texture. It blends, because it's like a sort of gel cream formula, it blends so seamlessly into the skin, and just looks fantastic. I also find I can layer it quite easily. So when I'm on set, if the person needs a touch-up, it glides over the skin, even if I've popped powder on before. Okay, the skin is all done, it's perfected. You can't tell me this doesn't look amazing. I don't even know what to tell you. The next thing I have is one of the limited edition eye quads. Oh my god, I love eyeshadows from Suqqu. There's sort of 3 glitter shades in and then a lovely brown. It's the Signature Colour Eyes 112 palette. Now, I'm really not feeling anything crazy today, so I think I'm just going to go in with this brown shade all over the eye, really over the mobile eyelid, just to recess it back. I'm using a really nice fluffy brush to do it. I really like the new texture of the eyeshadows from Suqqu. The old ones were still fabulous, and actually I carry a lot of the old palettes in my kit, but the new ones, there's something about them that just feel a little bit, I don't know, even a little bit softer. And I think that they are fabulous. This is going all over the lid. It's a fabulous colour. Suqqu does a really good job of sort of sheer washes of colour, which makes them feel very luxurious and luxe. It's very expensive. Something I've decided to do is just switch up to a slightly fluffier brush and really take it above my crease. I'm going for something slightly more round today. So really I'm buffing it in above here under the eyebrow and stopping at the end of the eye. I'm not winging out today. I just want to have this really lovely wash. The colour actually in the pan does look fairly cool, but I don't know why. I thought it would read a bit warmer. So this is actually a fabulous sort of shade for shaping the eye and really contouring the socket. I know I don't really have a great eye shape for sort of contouring the eye, but if I push this all back and give myself like a smoky haze, I can just whack over the glitter shade over the top, and it's just an easy, quick look that I think is really wearable, but still gives you a little bit of oomph. The glitter shade I'm going to use is this sort of peachy shade. The shimmers from Suqqu, I think they almost are like a loose glitter pressed pigment. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but they are glorious. And I think personally, they work the best for the evening time. The glittery, shimmery pigments. There's something about, I don't know what it is about the quality of evening light, or like, you know, you're in a restaurant and the light sort of down, like it's coming down on your face. It catches these shimmer pigments so well. It's really delicate, but you get a lot of oomph. I don't know how well it translates on the camera here, because obviously this is just my regular studio lighting, but it is the prettiest thing ever. Sunlight too, it just looks great because, you know, the sun catches on these little glitter particles. I just think it's gorgeous. In the launch, they also have one of these eyebrow palettes, which I think are really pretty. There's sort of like a trend in Asia that they love like a warm tone in the brow. That's just never going to be me. I like to have my sort of dark, smoky, really ashy coloured brow. But I think this is actually a cute little eyeshadow palette. That's what I would use it for. Just again, you've got like shades that are really great, you know, like a highlight shade, a transition shade, and then like a shade to deepen it out. The pigmentation on this isn't as strong because it is a brow product, but I'm going to use the deeper one just on the corner of the outside of my lashes, just to give a little bit more depth here. It's not going to be a super strong shade, but it's just going to give me that little bit extra on the outer corner of the eye. I'm only keeping it to the mobile lid, not taking it any higher, but it's just for that teensy bit of definition in the outer corner. I just think my eyes often need that, just to knock it back a little bit. Lovely. With a quick eyelash curl and just the tiniest bit of mascara, you've got a beautiful, beautiful daytime look. I'm looking in my mirror over here directly with the sunlight, and I'm just thinking, oh my God, it's so pretty with the shimmer. I'm gonna take the same brown from the palette and I'm gonna just run a little bit under my eye for a little bit of shading. Nothing too extreme. Again, I want this to stay sort of daytimey, but I just think it's such a pretty colour. Oh, that one, I went a little bit more pigmented under there. Hold on, let me match up and I'll blend out. I don't want loads of colour under the eye because it'll make it look a bit too extreme, like on this one, but let's just blend it out. Because I've been giving my eyelashes a rest from Rapid Lash, I don't have any bottom lashes at the moment. So sadly, I'm not going to be able to put mascara on, but it would be really cute with a teensy bit. I'm going to go in with the gold shade, just to highlight the inner corner. You know, I do this on like every look. I think it's probably quite bad. I should definitely try and steer away from it. But I just think some of that sort of gold, glittery, shimmery pigment would look really fabulous on the inner corner. And I'm right. Yeah, again, that expensive shimmery glow from Suqqu wins. Yeah, it just brightens up and makes everything look really pretty. That gold shade all over the lid would also look amazing. I'm not sure if you'll really notice, but just off camera, I went in with a tiny bit of a pen liner. Now, Suqqu do have these, but mine ran out. So I've used one from Stila. It's actually one of their eyebrow markers. I just went in along the outer corner of the lash line just to give a little bit more density to the lash line. Now, we know because of the downturn of my eyes and the hood, I don't like to do a wing very often just because it can look a bit messy. But yeah, I just took it very much in this tiny outer, maybe I want to say the like outer 3/4, just to sort of balance it all. And I'm going to go in with a peach or sort of cream coloured liner just to go inside the eyes to make sure that they don't look pink, because I just feel my eyes look a bit tired at the moment. I guess I've not really been having a lot of sleep, and that just this inner this inner rim here is very, very pink for me. So next on the list of the launches are their new blushes. Look at these gorgeous shades. Now, they have a completely different texture to the powder blushes that they had before. These are powder, but they have a sort of very creamy texture. So if you press into them, they almost feel wet. Now, these shades are fabulous. I originally, looking at number 8, was just like, whoa, that's so dark. Like maybe it's like a bronzer for someone. But because of the way they do this sort of like gentle pigmentation, I think I can get away with this as like a terracotta blush if I've got a really, really light hand, and I think it would look super pretty. So I'm getting it into my brush. This is very, very fluffy, and I'm taking some off on the back of my hand because I really, really want to be careful about this. I'm just going to gently wash over the cheeks. It'll just provide a little bit of warmth, a little bit of colour. It's almost like bronzer, blush, all in one. Maybe over the nose. Let's see, how's that looking? I think it looks really pretty. It does have a gentle shimmer in there. I can see certainly there's like little bits of mica. I wouldn't necessarily say glitter, it's definitely sort of shimmer or sheen, but I think a lot of the Suqqu blushes have that, and it sort of gives that really luxurious, sheeny skin look. Frustratingly, I was not able to go in person to the press event just because I was working on the day, and I saw all of the colours via the Zoom link that we had, and they look really, really beautiful. So I can't wait to try out more of those. The orange I think would have been just too strong for my skin tone and this look, but I love this sort of gentle terracotta warmth. I'm going with a tiny bit of powder. This one's not Suqqu, it's just the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't really need much powder from this foundation. Like, I am in love with the glow. All products have sat really, really nicely on top. And I just think I look really sheeny and pretty. Something that I didn't get sent were the lipstick shades that they have in this round of the launch, which I think is their Spring 22 collection. But I did have some lipsticks that I didn't mention last time. They've actually changed the packaging. So you buy one lipstick and you buy a lid, which can go there. But if you buy further lipsticks, you just have this little bit of, cardboard, just to help protect it. Now, it's supposed to be so that it's a little bit more environmentally friendly, so you only have to buy one plastic lid. For me, it's fine because I decant most of my lipsticks, but I just don't know how user-friendly that would be personally for like a person who uses a lipstick at home, because I don't think I'd want to shove this in my bag with the cardboard top, but certainly with the plastic lid, fabulous. Love the packaging, love the shape, and I thought this colour would be really gorgeous. I've not used it yet, I've only swatched it on my hand. It's actually a matte formula, and this one is number 4. It's kind of a deeper browny red, and I'm just going to start by dabbing it into the lip because I don't want the full colour payoff. The matte texture is really, really nice. I have got some balm on my lips though already because I knew I was going to be using a matte lipstick. So I wanted to make sure that I would be not drying out my lips. This would actually make a beautiful blush colour. Again, as ever on my camera, everything is drawing really, really pink. It's not really pink, it is definitely like a rusty red. Got my Emmeline Cosmetics Lip Liner 2, and this is in the shade Morocco, just to give myself a touch more definition. I want to keep it sort of in that like browny, reddy, rusty shade. But I don't want a really harsh lip line, so I will be blending that out. Mainly just in the centre of the lip. I often just feel that my lips at the moment tend to disappear on my face when I put lipstick. It's like the vermilion border, the sort of white bit on the outside doesn't really show up for some reason at the moment. I never noticed it before because I always felt like I had quite good definition, but I don't know, maybe it's an age thing. Well, I'm feeling very into that. The sort of blurry lip line at the moment is something I'm just really, really enjoying. It's something I've been asked to do a lot on set, use a slightly more matte lip and blur it out. I think it's quite flattering for winter where I guess you can't be as shiny and glowy as we might be in summer. I think this has been a massive hit. You guys know I love the brand Suqqu. I'm not being paid to advertise any of these products. Yes, they send me them, but I never ever have to talk about them if I don't want to. But every single time I get a Suqqu product, I feel like it's a smash hit. What do you think of the look? Please do tell me. Are you into this kind of look? It's very gentle, it's very natural, very, very me. I know it's a bit frustrating that the products aren't out until January for the colour launch and then March for the foundation, but at least it means that you can get yourself excited. This foundation really is a hit. I can't stop looking at myself. I don't know what it is, but like, the couple of foundations I've tried recently I've really, really liked. Formulas I think are just, they're getting so much better for people with dry skin, so I'm really, really pleased with it. Everything else looks great. The lipstick is stunning. Eyeshadow, I love it. My goodness. Yeah, pop any questions down below. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel so that you can come back every time I post a video, which hopefully is getting more and more. I told you I promised I would do more, and I have, so fingers crossed I'll see you again next time. Bye.